Simultaneously, from the deck of the USS Lincoln, two EA-18G Growlers are launched into the darkness.
From the ordnance's perspective, the dark desert floor rushes up to meet it at an incredible speed.
There is no grand spectacle on the surface, just a quiet entry, a perfect puncture as it pierces the earth. It is a 5,000-pound ghost, its only sound the whisper of the upper atmosphere as it descends. High above the clouds, the B-1B cruises gracefully, its variable sweep wings extended for maximum efficiency. The story begins here, in the strategic waters of the Persian Gulf, under the watchful eye of the USS Lincoln Carrier Group. Inside the Combat Information Center, it is a world of quiet professionalism. But then something new appears, a flicker on a screen, a data point that doesn't belong. It's a ghost signal, an immense energy spike from a location that is supposed to be empty desert.
The analyst briefs his superior on the critical and alarming discovery.
The results are chilling. The signal originates from a location with nothing on the surface, confirming their fears. A hardened complex, shielded by over 100 meters of rock and reinforced concrete. The fleet's standard tools, powerful as they are, can't reach it. This problem requires a specialist.
He identifies the critical point and issues his directive with conviction.
After receiving the report, the final authorization is given without hesitation.
Night falls on a remote airbase. A beast of modern engineering is rolled out of its hangar, the B-1B Lancer. The aircrew, call sign Bone 71, walks toward their briefing. Tonight is not a training run.
The briefing officer highlights the primary point of interest for the operation.
The flight path is a razor's edge, a high-speed, low-altitude route designed to evade detection. And this is the package they will deliver, the GBU-72. In the weapons depot, technicians perform the final checks. Every circuit, every component must be perfect. The ordnance is moved with surgical care. Its size alone is a testament to its incredible capability. It is carefully loaded into the B-1's internal bay. The pilot knows his only job is to get this package to its destination. The crew walks the flight line. The desert air is cold, filled with the hum of machinery and anticipation. The final briefing point is crucial. The U.S. Navy will create a covert electronic corridor for their flight. The crew climbs aboard. The cockpit, dark and silent, is their office for the night. One by one, the systems come online. The cockpit glows with the light of 100 digital displays. With clearance from the tower, the pilot pushes the throttles forward. The four engines ignite with a deafening roar. Bone 71 hurtles down the runway and lifts into the night sky, a sleek silhouette against the stars. Simultaneously, from the deck of the USS Lincoln, two EA-18G Growlers are launched into the darkness. High above the clouds, the B-1B cruises gracefully, its variable sweep wings extended for maximum efficiency.
He relays a critical update to the operational teams.
The Growlers, the ghosts of the fleet, begin their work, broadcasting a powerful wall of electronic noise. Adversary radar screens are flooded with false targets, a digital storm designed to create confusion and chaos. The B-1B begins its descent, sweeping its wings back to transform from a cruiser into a high-speed penetrator. It dives into the canyons, a phantom of metal and fuel, using the very earth as a shield against detection. Inside the cockpit, the crew is focused. The radar warning receiver remains silent. The Growler pilots monitor the adversary's response. Their deception is working perfectly. On the carrier's main screen, a single green line representing the B-1 moves undetected through a sea of digital noise. The Lancer exits the canyons and levels out over the flat desert floor. The final approach has begun. The Weapons Systems Officer, Major Davis, begins the final arming sequence, his movements calm and precise. A tense silence falls. The most critical phase of the mission is seconds away. The final target coordinates, updated in real time by the carrier, are locked into the ordnance's guidance system. The pilot's voice is steady. He holds the aircraft perfectly level, creating a stable platform for the release. This is the moment of truth. Below the aircraft, the bay doors slide open, revealing the massive ordnance to the night air. With a final confirmation, the WSO presses the release button. The command is given. The GBU-72 separates cleanly from the aircraft and begins its silent, solitary journey. The B-1B immediately banks hard, its engines on full afterburner racing away from the target zone. The ordnance accelerates rapidly, pulled by gravity, its fins making minute adjustments to stay on its precise course.
From the ordnance's perspective, the dark desert floor rushes up to meet it at an incredible speed.
On the USS Lincoln, the crew watches a single dot on their screen closing the final distance. The countdown begins. There is no grand spectacle on the surface, just a quiet entry, a perfect puncture as it pierces the earth. The pilot, miles away now, sees the confirmation on his display. The package has made its initial contact. Now the ordnance's true work begins, using its immense kinetic energy to carve a path through rock and concrete. Deep underground, its internal sensors detect that the designated depth has been reached. The final sequence is initiated. The real event happens deep below, a contained earthquake that rewrites the structure from within. On the surface, the only visible sign is a faint puff of dust rising from the desert floor. The B-1B crew feels a slight distant vibration through the frame of their aircraft. The thermal imaging satellite relays the result to the USS Lincoln, a massive blooming heat signature, deep underground. The energy readings from the target location flatline dropping to zero. The underground complex has gone silent.
Mission complete, Command. Returning to base.
He reports the successful completion of the mission to Command.
A wave of relief washes over the B-1B cockpit. The crew has accomplished the impossible. The pilot points the nose of the Lancer towards the rising sun. The return journey begins. The Navy's Growlers rejoin the B-1B, their protective mission complete. They will escort it home. On the carrier, the operational tempo returns to normal, the intense focus giving way to routine vigilance. The B-1B soars through the dawn sky, a graceful giant returning from a monumental task. Below, the U.S. Navy fleet continues its patrol. For them, the day is just beginning. The Lancer approaches its home base, calling the tower for final clearance to land. Its wheels touch down with a soft puff of smoke, a perfect landing after a perfect mission. The massive aircraft slows to a stop, its powerful engines winding down with a final, satisfying whine. The cockpit canopy opens, and the crew begins to emerge, stepping back out into the morning air. The WSO, Major Davis, takes a moment, letting the success of the high-stakes mission sink in. The ground crew welcomes them back, their handshakes and pats on the back a quiet acknowledgement of the night's work. The pilot gives the aircraft's nose a respectful tap. It's a partnership between human and machine.
The crew conducts a thorough post-mission debriefing, reviewing every detail. The debrief concludes with a sign of approval from the commander.
Life on the carrier deck continues. Another fighter is armed and prepared for its routine patrol. Back at the airbase, the B-1B crew enters their own debriefing, ready to recount every detail of the flight. Technicians inspect the empty weapons bay, ensuring the release mechanism performed without issue.
We'll enter through the electronic corridor, hitting these targets before extraction.
The senior officer listens carefully, evaluating every word of the report.
We were tasked with a covert operation to neutralize a high-value target.
A simple look conveys the deep trust and respect between the crew members.
A firm handshake solidifies the successful outcome of the mission.
The mission is over, and the crew's bond is stronger than ever.
The final report is delivered to senior command.
He acknowledges the performance and courage of the flight crews. A final word of thanks is exchanged before the connection is terminated. It's been an honor serving with you.
Evans takes a moment, looking out at the endless ocean. His fleet is a symbol of readiness and resolve. On the carrier's deck, sailors go about their duties, unaware of the specific details but proud of their ship's role.
On deck, the daily routines continue as the crew discusses their work.
From a distance, the carrier strike group is a powerful statement, a self-contained city projecting stability. In its hangar, the B-1B is now being prepped by a new team, getting ready for whatever comes next. A close-up on the Operation Steel Tempest mission patch, a small memento of a historic night. The sun is now high in the sky, reflecting off the calm waters of the Gulf. A new day has begun.
The American flag flies proudly from the carrier's mast, a symbol of the nation they serve.
A pair of fighters performs a flyby, their engines a familiar sound of security and presence. Commander Evans watches them, a quiet smile on his face. This is his world. This is his watch. The desert remains silent, showing no outward sign of the incredible event that took place deep beneath its surface. In the 21st century, true power isn't just the ability to strike.